Are our heroes, veterans who put their lives on the line to fight for our freedom.
Tonight, they're in the middle of a new fight, a major outbreak inside the North Carolina State Veterans Home in Salisbury. In the past 90 minutes, Channel 9 confirmed a second resident of the nursing home has died, and 5 other patients have tested positive. Now, every person inside the veterans home is being tested.
Channel 9's Mark Becker continued to dig into this story for days now. And Mark, you spoke with family members afraid for the health and, frankly, the lives of their parents.
Yeah, Scott, as you might imagine, they are on edge. I spoke with a woman whose father is in the veterans home here, and she told me she's worried about him, but the other veterans as well, and even the people who are caring for them.
He's amazing. Everybody loves my father.
Kendra Johnson lights up when she talks about her dad, but she's worried about him now. Thomas Johnson just turned 70. His kidneys are failing, and he's in the veterans home, where last weekend, another resident who had died had tested positive for COVID-19.
By his age, his being in that facility, the dialysis, his race now that we're understanding, and his other medical conditions, he's at higher risk.
And now that a second resident here has died and at least 5 others have tested positive for the virus, her worry has turned to fear.
That frightens me for the other residents, the staff there too.
The additional 6 cases in less than a week was enough for Rowan County to officially declare an outbreak of COVID-19 in the veterans home. A spokeswoman for the veterans home said this afternoon they'd already tested 14 more residents and are now testing all for COVID-19. Kendra Johnson is waiting to see what her father's test will show, and she and her family are praying.
My father's amazing. We love him. We are praying that he's fine, that he gets through this, that everyone there gets through this.
And the spokeswoman for the veterans home here said that they are on code red alert, their highest level of alert, which means no new admissions and no visitors, including family members. But the family members we spoke with today certainly understand that in keeping everyone here as safe as possible under the circumstances. Scott?
And so many families dealing with difficult choices, not being able to see loved ones and worrying about their health. Thank you, Mark. And nursing homes, of course, are really now one of the biggest concerns in this pandemic. North Carolina is tracking 23 active outbreaks in nursing homes. There are 2 in Rowan County, also 2 in Mecklenburg County, and there's 1 each in Burke, Cabarrus, Cleveland, and in Union County. Well, why is this so concerning? Well, the elderly are not necessarily more likely to get or spread COVID-19, but because of their age and underlying symptoms, sometimes they are more likely to die from it.
And those cases are just some of the nearly 4,000 cases North Carolina is reporting right now. 74 people have died. The state is reporting more than 900 cases in Mecklenburg County. The state has completed more than 57,000 tests. In the last hour, South Carolina announced 5 more deaths in the state from the virus, now totaling 72. The state has now reached 3,000 cases, including 125 in York County. Worldwide, Johns Hopkins University says 100,000 people have now died from the virus. But doctors say the curve is starting to level in the U.S. New York City, which has been the epicenter, is starting to see hospital admissions decline. But Dr. Anthony Fauci is saying that while social distancing is helping, now is not the time to pull back those measures.
Outside today, absolutely beautiful, a bit cooler, but honestly refreshing. However, some changes coming up by Easter Sunday. Let's check in now with our chief meteorologist, Steve Udelson. And this is what we don't want when we're cooped up. Talking about the rain anyway that you're predicting for Sunday, Steve.
Right. Absolutely, Scott, and the risk of severe weather Sunday night. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Right now, we've got the sunny skies you saw from our Charlotte cam. Same story from our Lake Norman Tower cam. Not a cloud to be found. It is beautiful. But I'm already starting to see our next storm begin to take shape. That moisture that's about 1,200 miles away to the south and west, right along the Texas-Mexico border, that is our new storm's moisture beginning to organize. So the fact that it's 1,200 miles away means it's going to take a while to get here. And the fact it's coming from Mexico and the Western Gulf also tells me this is going to be a very moisture-laden storm. Let's time out the rain for you. We are fine tomorrow. even very early Easter Sunday. That rain will arrive from west to east from 9 in the morning through about lunchtime. There will be some thunderstorms along a cold front late Sunday evening and Sunday night. Showers will be gone by Monday morning. What about threats? We're talking about a lot of rain. There will be some flash flooding Sunday night, very gusty winds, and I cannot rule out a quick spin up tornado. What you need to do now, make sure you have our app downloaded on your phone. Take the time to set up the severe weather alerts, and just keep in mind, this is fluid. Check the forecast for the latest updates. Scott?
All right, thanks, Steve. Church is where so many in our community come together, especially during Holy Week and especially on Good Friday. Today, the services look different, but the virus could not stop the faithful. Channel 9's Susanna Black went to St. Patrick Cathedral today to witness a very different kind of mass.
Well, Elsa, I'm going to try to keep my voice down just a little bit because there are people outside around me praying here at St. Patrick's. And this is usually where people are able to gather inside for Good Friday Mass, but not today. The service still went on, though. There just weren't any worshipers. They had to watch the service all online. Now, that just wrapped up, and I want to show you. They've set up this cross here for people to stop by and pray. Now, our photographer was actually able to go inside and get video of that powerful service inside of the empty cathedral. And even though there weren't any worshipers, it was important for the clergy at St. Patrick's to keep the service the same as it's always been. There was singing, communion, and at one point, the bishop and other clergy prostrated themselves in front of the cross. People who stopped by to pray today said this Holy Week has given them hope like never before.
You just try to think about what Jesus did, how he suffered then, and then you just think, oh, maybe this is one way that, we're all experiencing this, but it's going to be, Easter is coming, so, things are going to get better.
And this cross will be set up here until 7 o'clock for people to continue to come by and pray as they would like. And St. Patrick's is also going to hold virtual Easter services, and those start tomorrow night at dusk. Scott?
All right, Susanna, thank you so much for that live report. If you live in Mecklenburg County, some park gates are closed, but not all. Officials say Mecklenburg towns have decided to not close the gates of the parks they manage. Park gates in the suburbs that the county manages, like Jetton and Ramsey Creek, will still close.
You should get that federal stimulus money soon, but the IRS is worried about these new scams.
So the agency did what many people do. It turned to Action 9 investigator Jason Stujanki for help. Only this time they asked for help getting the word out. Jason's live in Cotswold for us. Jason, this must be a serious concern.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times I get these warnings out there when we start to see problems. This is kind of interesting because the IRS contacted me to get this warning out ahead of time because they're already predicting some major problems. You have to remember, people, for the most part, will be getting their money automatically, so there's really nothing you have to do to get the money. So if someone contacts you out of the blue and wants you to take certain steps, already you know that's a red flag. So here are a couple things to think about. First of all, keep in mind the IRS won't call, text, or email you. It won't ask you for your bank information. It won't ask you to confirm personal information like your social security number. It won't send you links to click on and say you need to do this to speed up the process. It won't ask you to pay money to get your money, so no fees or shipping costs. And it won't send you a check for too much money and ask you to send back the extra.
Just for people to be vigilant and be aware. The scammers are out there, the fraudsters are out there. They are looking for ways to take advantage of people in this time right now.
And if you think the IRS really is trying to get in touch with you, go ahead and contact the agency directly, but don't rely on the email address you see or on your caller ID. You don't want to end up getting right back in touch with the scammer. So go ahead and use the information I put on WSOCTV.com and the WSOC app. Right there's the best information to make sure you're talking to the federal agency itself. Guys?
All right, always really important and useful advice. Thank you, Jason.
North Carolina's stay-at-home order in place through the end of the month now. When that expires, a local county wants the state to actually let each county handle this for themselves. Some leaders told our Gaston County Bureau reporter Ken Lemon this comes down to them getting back to business as usual.
Have to think about the whole picture. Tracy Fieldbeck, chairman of the Gaston County Board of Commissioners, told me that is what he was doing when he wrote this letter to the governor, telling Roy Cooper once the state's stay-at-home order lapses at the end of the month, individual counties, not the governor, should decide who stays at home and what businesses open.
And you cannot continue for month after month after month to issue stay-at-home orders statewide and crush the economy.
He said Gaston County's struggle with COVID-19 can't be treated the same as Mecklenburg County's battle with 5 times the population.
Doesn't mean we wouldn't have our own stay-at-home order.
He wants the freedom to reopen shops like Viva Techies. They can only serve takeout.
Our county should have the regulations and authority to make the calls and all that because they're the ones who know what's going on around here.
Hillbeck said commissioners can make sure they reopen safely, practice social distancing, and get people back to work. So what do you say to those who would say this is putting economy over health?
I think that's wrong because if you look at our record, we did a stay-at-home order before the state.
He said each county has their own health experts for guidance. Dr. Ryan Shelton of Tryon Medical Partners said it is best for everyone collectively to continue to fight the spread of COVID-19.
I can assure you that the novel coronavirus does not know any boundaries. It does not care about our county lines, state lines. It is just looking for human hosts.
The governor's office told Channel 9 they appreciate input from local leaders and that they will continue to work with health and business leaders to do what they think is best for people in North Carolina. Well, many people are concerned about people in jail and in prison. That's a very big concern because of the situation. They're all trapped there. Well, some attorneys and religious leaders and others known by a group called Decarcerate Mecklenburg held this protest outside the Mecklenburg County Jail today. They're asking the jail to release anyone who's being held on bond, anyone with less than 6 months left to serve, or anyone who is over 50 or pregnant. The county says no inmates have tested positive. One detention worker has.
Other news to bring you at 5. A man was hit and killed by a train while walking along the tracks in Kannapolis this morning. Police there say the accident happened near South Main Street. They say the train conductor tried to alert the 22-year-old that the train was coming, but Emmanuel Wells sadly died at the scene.